Concussions. They can devastate a career. If you ignore them or don't get proper treatment, concussions can have huge short and long-term health effects. Learn how to avoid them, how to recognize them, and what to do if you have one in this short video. What every boxer and trainer needs to know about concussions. Don't let concussions put your career down for the count. It's your body, your health, and your career. At the end of this video, you will understand concussions and their signs, know the dangers of multiple concussions, make wiser choices if you experience concussion symptoms, and learn how to avoid them. A concussion is a traumatic brain injury, and the effects can be serious. A concussion is caused by a direct blow to the head, face, neck, or body that causes the head and brain to move rapidly back and forth. A concussion results in changes in neurologic function. These changes can sometimes resolve themselves, maybe in minutes, but often occur over a much longer time, hours or days. There can also be long-term or permanent effects, especially with multiple concussions, and the effects can be severe, such as seizures, swelling of the brain, and long-term memory loss. A KO or TKO from head blows is typically considered a concussion. It is important to note a concussion can happen without a KO or TKO. Even the winner can sustain a concussion. Also note, a concussion can happen just as easily during sparring as in a fight. In fact, because you spend much more time in the gym than in a fight, a concussion during sparring may be more likely. Too many fighters assume good fitting headgear will protect them, but often this simply isn't the case. Wearing headgear can also give you a false sense of security. It's important to be able to recognize and understand the signs and symptoms of a concussion yourself. Remember, it's your body, your health, your career. So how do you know if you might have a concussion? Typical symptoms of a concussion are headache, nausea or vomiting, noise sensitivity, blurred vision, memory loss, feeling foggy, decreased concentration, moodiness or irritability, depression, difficulty sleeping, slow reactions, and dizziness or balance issues. If you are experiencing any of these, seek medical attention immediately. Listen to your body. If you are experiencing anything new, seek out medical attention. When is it okay to go back to working out after a concussion? There's no cut and dried answer to this question. Some of this depends upon the severity of the symptoms. Usually, strict rest during the first 24 to 48 hours is recommended. This can sometimes be much longer though, and it is important to follow the guidance of a medical expert. When you do return to working out, do it gradually. Pay attention to your body. If the symptoms come back, back off the exercise. Activity should not bring on symptoms. This is a sign your brain is still healing from the trauma. What about boxing or sparring? When to get back to these activities is one of the most debated areas in the medical field. If you were given a suspension after a fight, follow those recommendations. They were given to you by experts for a reason. Don't rush into it, because you are at greater risk for another concussion while your brain is still healing. And repeated blows when you have a concussion can increase your risk of CTE, chronic traumatic encephalopathy. The most important thing is to listen to your body. You are your own best advocate. It is your body, your health, your career, and you can't train away a concussion. What happens if you go back to boxing or sparring too soon? You are more likely to get another concussion. This is a big deal because concussions can have an additive effect, especially if they happen too soon after your first. That means it can take you a lot longer to recover if you sustain a second or third concussion, perhaps a year or more. Also, second impact syndrome, or SIS, can occur if you come back too soon. This is when your brain quickly swells and cells die after suffering minor blows too soon following your first concussion. This can lead to severe consequences, including death. Even a mild concussion can lead to SIS. How do you know if your symptoms are more serious? There is no easy answer for this either. The key thing is to err on the side of caution and advocate for yourself. It's your body, your health, your career. Every promoter carries insurance on fight night. If you are injured, don't hesitate to ask to be transported to an emergency room for evaluation. Ask immediately, and don't try to go on your own. Be sure your team and family know the signs and symptoms of serious brain injury so they can help you make this decision. It may save your life. These same recommendations apply when sparring as well. Stop and think. You've probably had assumptions about concussions. What have you learned so far that's different than what you've assumed about concussions? Let's wrap up talking about avoiding concussions. That's always the best route to take. It starts by being in good health whenever you spar or fight. It also means staying well hydrated and staying away from performance-enhancing drug use. Don't forget the magic of rest after tough sparring or even a 4-round fight. You can't train away a concussion. You can also protect against a concussion by strengthening your neck muscles, which prevents the severity from certain types of blows. Some other things that can help are a good chin tuck, a fitted mouthguard by a dentist, and not getting hit. You don't have to get hit just to prove you can take a punch. Headshots are additive. The more you take, the shorter your career will be. A great offense is the best defense when it comes to preventing a concussion. Finally, let's hear from one of our own about this important topic.
Hello, my dear colleagues, here I am again. I have a key principle in my career: brain and power. Have you heard about the saying, no pain, no gain? Yes! No brain, no power, no career. That's the way it is. I've always boxed with my head and not just with my face or gloves. With a well-made and well-kept head, you'll fight better, you'll fight longer, and above all, you're better prepared for the career after the career. A direct blow into your head is actually considered like a direct blow into your life. I understand you can't avoid all of them, but you have to have good reflexes after the fight, just like to have good reflexes in the fight. After a hard fight, you need to know how to rest, how to analyze the fight, and how to regain strength and start again. After each battle, you should consult with your doctor, even if the blows didn't really kind of hurt, but you never know about possible internal damage. The head is fragile and precious, and diseases just love lucky punches. Listen to your body and know how to interpret any abnormal signs. It may not be serious, but it could be serious. Go see a doctor. Doing nothing can cost you your career. Don't play hero. Don't be afraid to tell your loved ones and your team that you're not feeling well. Strong people are not afraid to talk about their weaknesses. Listen to your body. Learn how to listen to your body. It's essential. This is actually the true definition of health, the silence of the organs. Keep on punching.